visitor to a mental hospital saw an inmate pushing a wheelbarrow upside down. When he asked the inmate why, the inmate replied, "You don't think I am crazy, do you? I pushed this wheelbarrow right side up yesterday and they kept filling it with gravel." On the basis of his reply, I think the inmate should be released and a lot of us put in his place. Too many people with the best of intentions go around pushing their wheelbarrows right side up and permit almost anybody and everybody to dump their unwanted odd jobs, problems, worries and grievances into them. So they end up pushing the burdens of everybody else's gravels. As you push your wheelbarrow through life, you'll find many people who will gladly put their burdens in your wheelbarrows. I suggest you push your wheelbarrow upside down. Be like the man who wrote God a letter and resigned as manager of the universe or as janitor. He really didn't have to resign because he never was appointed, nor was he, nor I am, nor you. He took the vast problem of humanity and heaped up them in his wheelbarrow. Then he pushed his burdens around with him wherever he went. He was unqualified, incapable, and in no position whatever to solve these vast problems. Nor am I, nor are you. And when other people saw that there was a man going around collecting problems, they added their problems to his load, and he added quite a few of his own. Eventually his burden grew too heavy to bear. Both he and his wheelbarrow were about to break down when he finally showed at least as much sense as the patient in the mental institution. He turned his wheelbarrow upside down and he got instant relief from the useless pressures and worry of burdens which were not even his. This is not a plea for indifference to the problems of others if your personal involvement can help. This is a plea for selectivity. You cannot solve all the world's problems, so why worry about them? Nobody elected me President of United States. Yet too often I find that I have assumed the burdens of the presidency. I worry about what the president should do about this and that. Why? Why should I assume the worries and burdens of a job I don't want, wouldn't have, and couldn't get? Yet I worry as much about what the president ought to do as he does. So I am turning my wheelbarrows upside down. I read the daily papers as though they were directives from on high. I am gravely concerned about dozens of situations and diligently try to decide what should be done about them. Yet none of these situations affects me. Most of them are in remote parts of the world where I never have been and never expect to go, but I am solving their problems. Although nobody has ever in my whole life asked me what my solution should be. So I am turning my wheelbarrows upside down. I have been asked to serve as chairman of various charity campaigns. I may have qualifications along that line, but I have a neighbor across the street who is a real expert in that field. He was a major executive of a large corporation and devoted his spare time and great talent to charity fund drives, which he conducted with sensational success. Then he retired to devote his full time to charity. So, if I am asked to lead a charity campaign, I shall properly put the job in his wheelbarrow, which is suitably built for just such a load. This is not indifference on my part, but selectivity. Mr. Kopmeyer and I have established that amar Foundation, into which a substantial part of our estate subsequently will be channeled. It is a perpetual trust fund, the income of which will be devoted to the care and cure of crippled children for generations after generations. This is what we have selected to put in our wheelbarrow. The point is, to be effective, you must be selective in choosing the responsibilities you will accept. If you push your wheelbarrow through life right side up, people will throw their problems, worries, unwanted tasks and responsibility into it until you find yourself overburdened to the breaking point. And if, in addition, you yourself add world, nation, and general problems which are not your specific responsibility to solve, you surely will break under the load. So, push your wheelbarrow upside down until you select what you want if its content to be. Then your load, no matter how heavy, will seem light and will be a joy instead of a burden. And you will have found a better, a happier way of life.